Always extensively used in a marine-type connecting rod and sees a bolt of M24 into 2 means that the nominal diameter of bolts in 24 mm and pitch in 2 mm. According to Indian standard, a bolt thread 6 mm size of coarse pitch and with available on the threads and normal tolerance grade is designed as M68D. The initial tension in bolt of making fluid the joint like a steam engine cover joints is calculated by a relation is the 2840D. The bolts of smaller diameter than M16 are not permitted in making fluid tight joints. Yes, a bolt is designed on the basis of with large factor of safety direct tensile stress. When a bolt is subjected to an external load, the stress induced in the bolt will be any one of these. When a nut is tightened by placing a washer below, in bolt will be subjected to tensile stress. In flange coupling, the bolts are subjected to shear stress. The eye bolts are used for lifting and transporting heavy machines. The resultant axial load on a bolt depends upon all of the above. When the connected members are very yielding as compared to the bolt, then the resultant load on the bolt will be equal to the sum of the initial tension and external load applied. When the bolt is very yielding as compared to the connected member, then the resultant load on the bolt will be equal to the initial tension and external load, whichever is greater. Two rigid plates are clamped by means of bolt and nuts with initial force F. After tightening, separating force P less than F is applied to the lower plate, which in turn acts on the nut. The tension in the both after this is F plus P. If P1 is the initial tension due to tighten of the bolt and P2 external load on the bolt, then the resultant load on the bolt may be obtained by using the relation P is equal P1 plus A by 1 plus A into P2. In the above equation, the value of A by 1 plus A for soft gasket and large bolts is 1. When bolt is subjected to shock loading, the resilience of the bolt should be considered as the order to prevent breakage in the thread. In ordinary bolt, the effect of the impulsive load applied axially is connected on the cross-sectional area at the root of the thread is S. The stress is the thread part of the bolt will be compared to the shank is the higher. The shock absorbing capacity of a bolt may be increased by decreasing shank diameter. The resilience of bolt may be increased by increasing its length. A bolt uniform strength can be developed by keeping the core diameter of threads equal to diameter of unthreaded portion of the bolt. In order to obtain bolt's uniform strength, the axial hole drilled with through a head as a threaded portion, such the area shank becomes equal to the root area thread is the true. When a bolt and nut is made mild steel, then the effective height of the nut is made equal to D. The most important dimensions in the design of a nut is height. In a steam engine, the piston rod is usually connected the crosshead by means of a quarter joint. The taper on the quarter varies from is the 1 in 48 to 1 in 24, and the taper on quarter varies from The draw of quarter should not be more than 3 mm. A quarter joint is used to transmit axial tensile or compressive loads. A quarter joint is used to connect two rods with the coaxial. Each of the following quarter joint will be used in the connect strap end of the connecting rod. This is the gib and quarter joint. The taper on a quarter and slot made on the both sides is disagree. In steam engine, the value of rod is connected to an eccentric by means of universal joint. The diameter of crunkle pin in crunkle joint is usually taken as 0.5 d. In a turnbuckle, if one rod has left hand thread, then the other rod will have right hand threads. A turnbuckle is used to connect two round subject to tensile and loading and repeated sequence instrument for tightening or loosening is S. Quarter joint is the crosshead of steam engine. Knuckle joint is the diagonal stays of boiler. Suspension link is the suspension bridges. Turnbuckle adjustable is the tie rod of valve crane. A shaft is rotating machine element is correct. Which of the following statement is correct? The cold rolled shafting is stronger than hot rolled shafting. The shafts of large diameter are usually forged and turned to the size lathe. Yes, a transmission shaft includes all of this above. A crankshaft is a shaft is missing. A shaft is subjected to all of this. The standard length of the shaft is all of this. A shaft is designed on the basis of rigidity and stiffness is correct. Which of the following loading is considered the design of axle bending moment only? The shear stress at the point of shaft subjected to torque is directly proportional to the applied torque and inversely proportional to the polar momentum of inertia. Two shafts of the same length and material are joined in a series. If the ratio of their diameters is the 2, then the ratio of their angles of twist will be dash 16. Which of the following statement is correct? For two shafts connected in a parallel, angle of twist of each shaft is the same. A hollow shaft will transmit torque, then solid shaft in the same mass and the same material is the greater. The average shear stress in the hollow shaft is smaller than the average shear stress in the solid shaft. True. The angle of twist of shaft is the inversely proportional to shaft diameter. Two shafts A and B are made up of same material. Diameter shaft A twice that of the shaft B. The power transmitted by shaft A will be shaft B 8 times. Two shafts will have equal length, equal strength if twisting moment both shafts is same. The maximum shear stress theory is used for ductile material. The maximum normal stress theory is used for brittle material. When a shaft is subjected to combined twisting moment and bending moment, then the equivalent twisting moment is equal to m plus root of m square plus t square. When a shaft is subjected to combined twisting moment and the bending moment, then the equivalent bending moment is equal to 1 by 2 m plus root of m square plus t square. A bending moment M and torque D applied a solid circular shaft. The maximum bending stress equals to maximum shear stress developed, then M is equal to T by 2. If a shaft made from a ductile material is subjected to combined bending and twisting moment, calculation based on which one of the following failure theories will be the most conservative value? Maximum principal stress theory. According to maximum shear stress theory, maximum shear stress in the shaft is 1 by 2 sigma square plus 4y square. A shaft made from ductile material subject to combined bending and twisting moment, calculation based on which one of the following failure theories will give the most conservative value is the maximum principal stress. According to maximum shear stress theory, the maximum shear stress in shaft is 1 by 2 root of sigma square plus 4 tau square. According to maximum normal stress theory, the maximum normal stress in the shaft is 1 by 2 sigma plus sigma square plus 4t square. The design of shaft made brittle material based on Rankine's theory. A key normally made from cold rolled mild steel bar. Right. Which of the following statement is wrong? A key is subject to tensile stress. A taper on rectangular sunk key is the 1 in 100. A taper of key are given on top side only. The usually proportional for the width of key is a d by 4. The thickness of key usually taken equal to 1/6 of diameter shaft. Yes, a taper key which first half to the key way up and off the key shaft is known as sunk key. Hollow saddle key is the a taper key which fits key hub and bottom key the shaped on the curved surface of the shaft. A tangent key is provided pairs at an angle, right angle each other to with the rotation in one direction is only agree. Which of the following statement is correct or of the above? When the pulley on other matting piece is required to slide along the shaft, a sunk key is used parallel. A feather key transmit a turning moment and permits axial movement also true. A key made from cylindrical disc having segment cross section is known as woodruff key. A tapered key which fits in a key way in a hub and it flats on the shaft is known as flat saddle key. A woodruff key is capable of tilting in a recesses miled out in the shaft. A saddle key power through frictional resistance is the transmits. A tapered key which fits in a key way in hub, the bottom of which shaped on the fit way a curved surface of the shaft is known as hollow saddle key. This is correct. A feather key is generally tight shaft and loose in hub. Which of the following is key is preferred for the condition when a large amount of impact type torque is to be transmitted both directions of rotation is tangent key. The effect of key way on shaft to reduce its load carrying capacity and increases the torsional rigidity falls. A key way lower both the strength and rigidity of the shaft. In a belt drive, if the pulley diameter is doubled, keeping the tension and belt width constant, then will necessary is increase the key length. In the assembly of pulley key and shaft key is made the weaken the distribution of the forces along the length of the key fitted in shaft is varies exponentially, being more near the torque input end. In designing of key azimuth, the distribution of the force along the length of key is uniform throughout. The parallel sunk key made up of steel equally strong in shearing and twisting is no. When the material of key shaft same the width key 1/4 of the diameter the shaft, the length of the key will be dash 1.570. For a square key made up of mild steel, then shear crushing strength is related. Shear strength is equal to the crushing strength. Shaft coupling is used to machinery is the all of the above. A shaft coupling should have all of this. A coupling used to connect perfectly aligned shaft with all of this. Each of the following coupling is used to connect two shafts have both lateral and angular misalignment is all of the above. A flange coupling is the type of rigid coupling, right? And universal coupling is type of coupling, flexible. And universal coupling is used to connect two shafts whose axes intersect at a small angle. A flange coupling is used to connect two shafts which are perfectly aligned. Old arms coupling is used to connect two shafts which have lateral misalignment. Old arm coupling is used to transmit power between two parallel shafts which are slightly offset through. The sleeve or muff coupling is designed as hollow shaft. Old arms coupling is the B joints non-collinear shaft and adjustable. Flange coupling is the joints linear shaft and of rigid type. Universal coupling D is the composite per parallel shaft, longitudinal and angular shift of the shaft. Frictional coupling is the joints collinear shafts and engage and disengage them during motion. In designing a sleeve coupling, outer diameter of the sleeve is taken at 2D plus 13 mm. In designing a sleeve coupling, length of the sleeve is taken as 3.5D. In a flange coupling, the key or starch grid at a along circumference of the shaft is ordered to divide the weakening effect caused by the key way 90. In flange coupling or flange, they are coupled together means bolts and nuts. In designing a flange coupling, the pitch cycle diameter bolts is taken at 3D. For shaft diameter of 100 mm, then number of bolts in the flange coupling should have 4. For shaft diameter 200 mm, number of bolts matching flange coupling should have the 8. And the flange coupling, the thickness of flange taken as 1/2 diameter is agree. In marine flange coupling, the thickness of flange taken as d/3. In marine flange coupling, the pitch circle diameter of bolt taken as 1.6d. A machine part subjected to is called a strut and axial compressive section. Tenderness ratio is the effective length of column on least radius of variation of the column. The Euler's formula for a mild steel column is not valid for the tenderness ratio 60. A column is known as a long column and tenderness ratio is 100. A connecting rod subjected to axial load may buckle the plane motion. Connecting rod is the right. A connecting rod is designed as a strut. Following formula used in designing a connecting rod: Rankine's formula. Rankine's coordinates formula for buckling varied for short and long column. The buckling load will be maximum for column if both ends of column are clamped. A column of length L fixed both ends. The equivalent length of column is the L/2. A connecting rod subjected to an axial load may buckle with x-axis or y-axis neutral axis. A connecting rod subjected to an axial load may buckle in the plane of perpendicular to the plane of motion. The connecting rod correct. In designing a connecting rod, it is considerable like buckling about x-axis, both ends are hinged. In designing a connecting rod, it is considered like a buckling y-axis, both ends fixed. A connecting rod should be equally strong, buckling about x-axis and y-axis. In order to have connecting rod equally strong, buckling about x-axis, y-axis moment of inertia, x-axis should be the moment of about y-axis 4 times. Connecting rod of 4 times strong in buckling both y-axis, then about x-axis, I agree. Which of the following statement is wrong for a connecting rod? Then most suitable section for the connecting rod T section. In reverse leverage of ratio of efforts on to the load when the fulcrum is between the load effort in lever said to be first type. In second type of lever, load is between the fulcrum and effort. When the effort is between the fulcrum, the load lever and the said to third type is right. In the levers of first type of mechanical advantage is 1, this is the more than. In the leverage of type of mechanical advantage less than the third. The lever of third type of mechanical advantage of 1 less than. The bell crank lever is used in the railway signal alignment or third type is the false. The rockers are in the internal combustion engine or first type of the correct. The application of second type levers is found in lever or loaded specific value. The application of third type lever is found in a pair of tongues. The cross section of the arm of bell crank lever is the any one of this. The design of pin rocker arm is an sequence based on all of these above. A power screw are used to convert rotary motion to transitory motion. True. Which of the following screw threads are adapted for power transmission in the either direction is square thread? Which of the following screw thread is used for power transmission in one direction only? Buttress thread. Multiple threads are used in the secure high efficiency. A screw used for power transmission should have high efficiency. Screw jacks have multiple threads. Disagree. The load placed at the top of screw in a mechanical screw jack prevented from rotation by providing a swiveling mechanism. Correct. When the screw in mechanical screw jack rotates, the load kept to the top of it moves axially upwards and onwards. The efficiency of square thread screw is maximum if the helix angle is equal to 45 minus pi by 2. The maximum efficiency of square threaded screw is 1 minus sin pi by 1 plus sin pi. A screw is said to be self-locking screw if the efficiency is less than 50%. A screw is said to be overhauling screw if the efficiency is more than 50. A screw will be self-locking if friction angle is more than helix angle. A screw is said to be overhauling screw if the friction angle less than the helix angle. Which of the following statement is correct regarding power screw? The efficiency of self-locking screw cannot be more than 50%. The load cup of screw jack is made separate from the head of the spindle to prevent the rotation load being fitted. In order to ensure self-locking in a screw jack, is essential that the helix angle is smaller than. While designing a screw jack against bulking failure, the conditions of the screw is taken as one end is fixed, other end is free. The power transmitted by means of belt depends on all of the above. The V belt used to transmit greater amount of power when the two pulleys are very near to each other. Correct. When the speed of belt increases, the power transmitted will decreases. Creep in belt is due to uneven extension and contraction due to varying tension. The coefficient of friction between the belt pulley depends upon all of these. An open belt drive is used when shaft are arranged parallel to rotates in the same direction. In crossed belt drive, the shaft arranged parallel rotates in the same direction. Wrong. A quarter turn belt drive is used when the shaft are arranged in the right angles rotates in the different direction. Yes. In a belt drive, the velocity ratio is the inverse ratio diameter of driving and driven pulley is true. A compound belt drive is used in none of these above. Fast and loose pulley drives is used when a driven shaft is to started or stopped whenever desired without the interfering with the driven shaft. A tension on the slack side of the belt is tension on the tight side of the belt less than. In a flat belt drive slip between driver 1% between the belt followers is 3% and driver followers pulley diameter are equal velocity of the ratio driven will be 0.96. The stitching in a belt can be controlled by in the stress in the bolt reducing. The ratio of driving tension in the flat belt neglecting centrifugal tension T1 by T2 E power of mu T. The power transmitted by a drive is maximum and the maximum tension in the belt is centrifugal tension 3 times. The maximum power velocity in the belt drive is the root of 2T by 3m. When a belt drive is transmitting maximum power, driving tension on the tight side is the twice in centrifugal tension. All stresses produced in the belt are tensile stress. The centrifugal tension is the belt has no effect on the power transmitted. T1, T2 tension on the tight slack slides on the belts respectively. Tc is the centrifugal tension. The initial tension in the belt is equal to T1 plus T2 plus Tc by 2. In a multiple V belt drive, in one belt break the entire set of belt replaced. In a multiple V belt drive, when a single belt is damaged, it is preferable to change the complete set in order to ensure uniform loading. The steel pulleys are in weight, then cast iron pulleys the same capacity lighter. The width of the pulley should be width of the belt greater than. Crowing on the pulley helps to keep the belt center on the pulley while its motion. An idler pulley is used for applying tension. The included angle for V belt is the 30 to 40. In V belt drive, the belt makes contact in the bottom of the groove. The pulley is the disagree. Which of the following statement is wrong? The V belt drive used larger center distance. The ratio of driving tension in V belt drive is flat belt drive is the cosec alpha times more than. The groove angle of pulley for the rope drive is usually 45 degrees centigrade. The V belts are particularly suitable for drive short wire ropes are compared to cotton ropes. Is all of this. The wire ropes make contact at bottom of groove of the pulley. Have been compounded the rod of same diameter and material is wire rope has a much smaller load carrying capacity. The effective stress in wire ropes during the normal working equal to the stress due to axial load plus stress due to bending. Which of the following is a positive drive is the chain drive. A chain drive transmit power as compared to belt drive is the more. The relation between pitch of the chain or pitch circle diameter of the sprocket D is given by P equal D sin of 180 by T. In order to have smooth operation, minimum number of teeth in the smaller strokes moderate speed should be 17. The speed of sprocket reduces the chain pitch for a given number of teeth. For a given number of sprocket, moderate speed should be 17. The speed of sprocket reduces the chain pitch. The given number of teeth is increases. A spring is used to all of the above. Which of the following statement is wrong? The pitch of the coil is the axial distance between the adjacent coils of the composite state. The springs mostly used in the gramophones is a flat spiral bearing. Which of the following spring is used mechanically, which was the torsion spring? When an open coiled helical compression spring is subjected to axial compressive load, the stress induced in the wire is shear stress. In the above equation, the maximum shear stress induced in the wire is 8W by pi d cube into K. The stiffness of coiled spring, helical spring subjected to an axial load W is equal to G power of 4 by 8 d cube. When the closely coiled helical spring subjected to couple about an axial stress induced in the wire material in the spring is bending stress only. A closely coiled helical spring is acted upon the axial force. The maximum shear stress developed in the spring tau, half of the length of spring of the remaining spring is acted upon the same axial force. The maximum shear stress in the spring in new condition is tau. Calculation of induced shear stress helical spring valve stress factor is used to take care of combined effect of bending stress curvature of the wire. The valve stress factor spring is given by 4C minus 1 by 4C minus 4 plus 0.615 by C. Swing index mean die of swing by die of wire. Valve stress factor very rapidly, the swing index increases. The swing mostly used in machinery, swing index less than 3 incorrect. When the open coil helical compression spring is subject to an axial load, compression produced in the spring will be 8W d cube by n by G d power of 4. When spring index increases, the value of valve stress factors increases exponentially. When the helical compression spring is cut into halves, the stiffness of the resulting spring will double. Two closely coiled helical springs with stiffness K1 and K2 respectively are connected in a series. The stiffness of an equivalent spring is given by K1 K2 by K1 plus K2. When two helical springs of equal length are arranged for the form cluster spring, then shear stress each spring will be equal. Load taken by each spring will be the total load. The cracked helical spring used railway carriage usually start on the inner side of the coil because of the fact that it is subjected to higher cyclic loading than the outer side. This is the 2W by 3. Two concentric helical spring used to provide greater spring force. What is opposite direction is true. A leaf spring is automobile used to observe shocks. A leaf spring, the longest leaf, is known as the master leaf. The ends of the leaf semi-elliptical leaf spring are made triangular in order to make M by A constant through the length of the leaf. The size of cam depends upon base circle. Pitch point of the cam is a point on the pitch curve having maximum pressure angle. The pressure angle of cam, the angle between the direction of the following motion and the normal to the pitch curve is the right. The cam follower generally used in the automobile engine is spherical faced follower. The cam follower extensively used in the aircraft engine is roller follower. In radial cams, the follower moves in direction perpendicular to the cam axis. In cylindrical cams, as follows moves in a direction parallel to the cam axis. The period during the which of the following which of cam follower remains rest the cam moves is known as dual period. For low and moderate speed engine, cam follower should move with simple harmonic motion. For high speed engines, the cam follower should have more with cyclodical motion. A shoe brake is commonly used in railway trains. Yes, a type of brake commonly used in motor cars in the initial expanding brakes. The material used for brake lining should have the coefficient of friction is the high. When the frictional force helps up the brake, when the brake is to be self-aligning, brake is the correct. For shoe brake is the equivalent coefficient of friction is equal to 4 mu sin 2 by 2 theta plus sin 2 theta. In a band and black brake, the ratio of tension in the tight slack side of bandwidth is the T1 by T2 1 plus mu tan theta by 1 minus mu tan theta by n. In a black brakes, the ratio of shoe width of wheel diameter taken is 0.25 to 0.50. In radial bearings, the load acts the axis of rotation perpendicular. In thrust bearing, the load acts along the axis of rotation. In a full journal bearings, the angle of contact bearing with the journal is 360. In a partial journal bearings, in the angle of contact bearings, the journal is 120 degrees. A sliding bearing in which the working surface completely separated from each other, the beacon is called zero film bearing. Valves. A sliding bearing is which through lubricant present to the work surfaces contact each other least part of the time is called as bound lubricant bearing. Partially, a sliding bearing which are supported without relative between the journal bearings is called as hydrostatic lubricant bearing. A sliding bearing which operates without a lubricant present is called as zero film bearing. In hydrodynamic lubricant bearing is that there is a thick film lubricant between the journal and bearings.